You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. 1 Samuel 17:45-6 A long time ago, in the land of Israel, there was a young shepherd boy named David. He was small, cheerful, and loved spending time out in the fields, playing his harp and singing songs to God. David trusted God with all his heart. Whenever lions or bears tried to attack his sheep, God helped him fight them off and keep his flock safe. One day, David's father asked him to take food to his older brothers, who were soldiers in King Saul's army. When David arrived at the battlefield, he saw something that made his heart stop for a moment. Across the valley stood a giant. His name was Goliath, and he was taller than anyone David had ever seen, over 9 feet tall. He wore shiny bronze armor and carried a massive spear. Every day Goliath shouted to the Israelite soldiers, "Send someone to fight me. If he wins, we'll be your servants. But if I win, you'll serve us." The soldiers were terrified. No one dared to move. But when David heard Goliath mocking God's people, he became brave. "Who is this giant who dares to insult the armies of the living God?" he said. When King Saul heard that David wanted to fight Goliath, he was surprised. "You can't fight this man," Saul said kindly. "You're only a boy." But David smiled and said, "God helped me fight lions and bears before, and he will help me fight this giant too." Saul gave David his own armor, but it was far too heavy. David took it off, picked up his shepherd's sling, and chose 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. Then he started walking toward the giant. When Goliath saw David coming, he laughed loudly. "Do you think I am a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he shouted, but David stood firm. He looked up at the giant and said the words that have been remembered for generations. "You come to me with a sword, a spear and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands, that all the earth may know there is a God in Israel. For the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands." Then David ran forward as fast as he could, took a stone, placed it in his sling, and swung it around. Whiz! The stone flew through the air and hit Goliath right in the forehead. The giant blinked, stumbled, and fell with a thud. The whole valley went silent. Then the Israelites cheered so loudly that the ground seemed to shake. God had helped David defeat the giant, not with a sword or armor, but with faith and courage in the name of the Lord Sabaoth, the commander of heaven's armies. That day everyone learned that God is greater than any problem, and that the battle truly belongs to him. Many years later, another king named Jehoshaphat faced a big battle. 3 enemy armies were marching toward Judah, and everyone was afraid. But instead of panicking, the king prayed, "Lord, we don't know what to do, but our eyes are on you." And God spoke, saying, "Don't be afraid. The battle is not yours, but mine." So King Jehoshaphat did something amazing. He sent singers to the front of the army. As they sang, "Give thanks to the Lord, for his love endures forever." God caused the enemy armies to turn against each other. When Judah arrived, the battle was already won. Just like David, Jehoshaphat discovered that when we trust God and call on his name, we never fight alone. So when you face your own giants, things that seem too big or scary, remember what David said, "I go to battle in the name of the Lord of hosts. With God on your side, every giant will fall, every fear will fade, and every battle will be won.